Hello students, this is JS Global Institute. Welcome to our free online classes. In today's video, I am going to teach you about some uncommon words that can improve your vocabulary. But before that, if you have not subscribed our channel yet, please press subscribe button. And if you want to get updates from our channel, press bell icon too. So students, we are going to start with some uncommon words. And along with these uncommon words, I'm going to tell you their synonyms as well as antonyms and an example with which you will get to know how to use that particular word in your language or in your speaking module, writing module, or any of the other module you want to continue. Okay, so the very first word that I am going to tell you is intended. So what does the word intended means? Something that has been done deliberately, or in other words, something that we do knowingly is known as intended. Okay, so this is basically an adjective, and I am writing here meaning as well so that you get to know that what is the meaning. So intended means deliberate. Okay, so now I am going to tell you the synonyms of this word. So what does the word synonym means? Something or some word that has a similar meaning to the given word. Okay, so what are the synonyms of intended? They are intentional and calculated. Okay, so if you want to use the word intended somewhere, you can use these three words as well, that is deliberate, intentional, and calculated. Okay, so now I am also going to tell you the antonym of this word. So what does antonym means? It means something that has the opposite meaning of the word that I am telling you. Okay, so if you want to know opposite word of intended, then it would be accidental. So we know this word accidental, which means something that is not done knowingly, that happens automatically, in which no one was the offender. That is known as accidental. So that this is the word that is exact opposite to intentional, calculated, and intended. So now I am also going to give you example in the form of sentence. So how can you use this word intended? You can say the intended victim escaped from the jail. So which means that a prisoner, a victim that was deliberate to escape, that wanted to escape, actually escaped the jail. Okay, so this is how you have to use the word in your sentences. So I am giving you the words. The basic purpose of telling you the sentences is that you get to know that how you can use them in your vocabulary. Okay, so the next word that I am going to tell you is trigger. So this word is basically a verb. Okay, so what does the trigger means? Trigger means something that is activated. Okay, trigger means activate. To trigger something means to activate something. Okay, so what are the synonyms of this word trigger? This is set off and trip. So if you want to say that this thing was triggered, this thing was activated, then you can use the word set off as well as the word trip. Okay, talking about the antonyms. Antonym to this word is halt. Okay, so what does the halt means literally? That means to deactivate or to stop. Okay, so halt is the exact opposite of the word trigger. Okay, so now I am going to give you the example of this word, that how you can use it in a sentence. Then the exact way of using this is burglars. Burglars means those who are offenders, those who did some crime, or they are basically used for the thieves. Okay, so burglars fled empty handed after triggering the alarm. Okay, so what does this means? That someone pressed the alarm, someone activated the alarm, someone set off the alarm or tripped the alarm, then the burglars fled away. Okay, so this is how you have to exactly use the word trigger in your sentence. So now I am going to tell you the third word here. So the third word is vivid. Okay, so what is vivid? This is basically an adjective. Okay, and this means graphic, or in other words I can say something that is produced in a strong manner, or we are having something in a strong manner, that is called vivid. Okay, so I will tell you with the sentence how you can exactly use this, but before that I am going to tell you the synonyms. I am going to write S here for synonyms and A for the antonyms. So the synonym of this word is evocative and realistic. Okay, so if you want to write somewhere vivid, you can write evocative as well as realistic. Okay, so what is the antonym of this word? This is vague. Okay, so as I have mentioned earlier, as I have told you earlier, that vivid means something really strong and what is the meaning of vague here? Something that is in an unclear manner. Okay, so this is the opposite of vivid here. Okay, so if you want to write down something unclear, then you can use the word vague here. Okay, which is exact opposite of the word vivid. Okay, so now I am going to tell you example for this. So what is the example? Memories of that evening were still vivid in my mind. Okay, so what I am trying to say here is that memories of that evening, for example, I am talking about some occasion or some evening, so memories of that evening are so strong and are still in my mind. Okay, so this is how you can use the word vivid. Okay, so now I am going to tell you the fourth word, which is endorse. So what does the word endorse mean? This is basically a verb, and endorse means to support. Talking about the synonyms, they are back or favor. So if a personality is endorsing some brand, that means that personality is basically supporting that brand. Okay, so this is the meaning of endorse here. And what are the synonyms that we can use for endorse? They are back and favor. talking about the antonyms, oppose. Okay, so this is quite simple, and now we are moving towards example. So example is, he earned more money endorsing sports clothes than playing football. Okay, so here they are talking about a priority, that he earned more money endorsing sports clothes than playing football. Okay, so this is endorsing word used here, which means supporting something. Okay, so now we are moving towards the other words that are left. So the next word here is alleged. Okay, this is again an adjective. And what is the meaning of this word? Alleged means something that is supposed. Okay, or in other words, we can say something that is said but without proof. Okay, someone said that, someone claimed that, but there is no proof for that thing. Okay, so in that case we use the word alleged. Okay, synonym of this word is so called, okay, and claimed. Okay, so claimed also mean the same thing, something that has been said but there is no proof for that thing. Okay, so antonym for this word is unquestionable. Okay, which means something that has a proof and that cannot be questioned. Okay, so now moving towards the example to this word, which is, they were the alleged conspirators of the murder. Okay, so what is the meaning of conspirators? Someone who planned something illegally. Okay, so what is the meaning of alleged here? This means the same, that is something that is said but there is no proof for that. Okay, so this is the best way of representing this word alleged here, that is, they were the alleged conspirators of the murder. Okay, so now we are moving to the next word, which is combat. Okay, so what does this combat word means? This is basically a noun. So what does combat mean? Combat means battle or fight. Okay, so what is the synonym of this word? This is action or conflict. Okay, so you can use any of the word, that is combat, battle, action and conflict. Okay, so antonym of this word is peace. Okay, so now I am telling you the example in the form of sentence. Hurricanes were shot down in combat. Okay, so this is the way of using this word combat, which means hurricanes were shot down means hurricanes were dealt with fighting. Okay, so we fought against the hurricanes. This is the main meaning of this sentence. Okay, so now moving to the next word, that is hectic. So hectic is basically an adjective, and what does the word hectic mean here? This is frantic. So many of you might not be knowing the meaning of frantic. So for them, frantic and hectic means very busy when you have to do lots of things to do. Okay, not only to do is correct here, to do quickly would be better. Okay, so when you have to do a lot of things very quickly, so in that case you are very busy, so then the word hectic as well as frantic is used. Okay, so what are the synonyms of this word? One is frantic as written above. Okay, next word is franzite. Okay, so this means the same, that is hectic. So what is the antonym of this word? Leisurely. Okay, so this is the word leisurely here. Okay, talking about the example, his business schedule is always hectic. Okay, so now moving on to the next word, which is strain. So strain basically means stress. Okay, stress. Okay, so what are the synonyms of this word? Tension, anxiety. Okay, so if you want to use this word stress anywhere, you can replace it with these three words, that is tension, anxiety and strain. Okay, so this is how you will get to know how you will add to your vocabulary when you keep on replacing simple words with something that is a bit uncommon. Okay, so antonym to this word is relaxation. Okay, talking about example, doctor has advised him to avoid strain. Okay, so now moving to the next word, that is tell tale. This is again an adjective. So what is the meaning of this word telltale? This basically means when something is revealed. Okay, so when we are revealing something, then we can use the word telltale. So what is the synonym? Synonyms are revelatory and suggestive. Okay, talking about antonyms, they are concealing. Okay, example to this word can be the telltale bulge of a concealed weapon. So this here basically means that some weapon was hidden, but a thing or the data about that weapon has been revealed. Okay, has been telltale. Okay, so talking about the last word of our today's lesson, which is revel. This is a verb, and this word means celebrate. Okay, So, synonym to celebrate or revel can be make merry, or you can use the word party. Okay, antonym to this is more. Okay, which means to not celebrate something. Okay, talking about the example in the form of sentence, they spent the evening reveling with their guests. Okay, so in that evening they celebrated with their guests. So these are the 10 uncommon words along with their synonyms, antonyms and examples that can add to your vocabulary and can improve your English, as well as can help you to score a good band score in your IELTS examination. Okay students, so this is end of our today's lesson. I will see you in the next lesson. Till then, stay tuned to our channel, and if you liked our video, please press like button too. Thank you so much.